Hello everybody and welcome back to Barbecue Joe. Today we're going to check out this 12-inch commercial manual meat slicer. This baby here is designed for everybody from home chefs, barbecue enthusiasts, hunters, as well as anybody wanting a powerhouse tool that is powerful, durable, and has precision slicing like a professional right in your own home. Let's check it out. All right everybody, let's go ahead and break this Paladin commercial grade meat slicer down. I'm going to tell you right now, she is built very, very strong. She is very heavy. Here you can see you got your slider. This thing has a 2-fist horsepower motor, which will cut through any type of meat that you want to cut through, even if it's partially frozen and all. It also has a built-in blade sharpener here, which I will show you how to use that here in a moment. So let's go ahead and break this thing down. Show you all the features of this thing, how easy it is to clean up. Just untwist this knob, and here you go. You can pull this off and go ahead and clean her all up. Okay, now that's out the way. If you spin this thing around, you got a knob here, right here in the back. What you want to do is go ahead and untwist this knob here until she falls. Loose like that anyway. Let's go ahead and turn it back around. Then all you want to do is just kind of push up on that rod, grab an edge, and you can pull this plate right off and clean it. The last thing you could do, which I don't have any protective gloves on, so I'm not going to pull the blade off, but if you look very closely, you have 3 flathead screws here that you would pull off, and this blade would just pop right on out. And you can go ahead and clean your blade, and be very careful because it is very, very sharp. So I'm going to go ahead and just piece this back on, and we're going to show you how the sharpener works. Just push up, screw that back, knob back in, and boom, there you have it right there. And keep in mind, before you use this, you want to clean it. I did clean it because we are going to be cutting some meat on this thing today. Super easy to put back together. Just line it up with the screw. Put your knob back on. This is not adjustable, so you can tighten it as tight as you like. Just a nice snug. Okay. So here you can take and adjust your back plate for how thick you want your meat. Trying to keep my finger away from that razor sharp blade. And here is your on and off switch. Let me go ahead and plug it in. Here's your green button. You push the green button. And my microphone is right over this motor, and as you can see, she's quiet. That is very, very quiet. Let's go ahead and power it off by this red button. And let me tell you, this thing is solid. These feet they have on here are very, very nice. This thing will not move around. So let's go ahead and show you. Let me unplug it. Now let's show you how to do the sharpener. So here you'll see you have this black knob. All you want to do is untwist this all the way out. Okay, set that to the side. You're going to pop this off, just like that. And as you can see, you have your stones here, your sharpening stones. And you're going to flip those stones and just reverse it. Pop it on backwards. You're going to take your knob and put it in here on the opposite side. It may not be necessary to screw this back in. I don't believe it would be. But just to keep it tight on there so it doesn't move, we're going to go ahead and reinstall it. Okay, let me spin this baby back around. And I will show you how it sharpens. I'll go ahead and plug it back in. Okay, so all you have to do, you have a push button here, and you have a push button on the back side, right here where my thumb is. And you can hear it hitting the blade. So all you want to do, hit the power on. And you want to come here and press down slightly until you hear the stones hitting the edge of the blade. might even see some sparks there. Just lightly press it, and there you go. Since, you know, we haven't used this thing yet, there's no sense in sharpening it. But just for the video purposes, let's go ahead and do the backside. Push in very slightly, and there you go. And that's how you sharpen your blade. Just be sure when you're done, you flip it back over, because you don't want the meat around that blade hitting your stones and clogging up your stones, and it could be a very bad idea for you. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back apart. I'm going to flip this up and over. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and wing this in here. And there. Super simple, heavy duty. This is definitely a commercial style meat grinder. I'm telling you, everybody. This thing is absolutely built tough. I mean, just everything about it is very, very nice. All right, everybody, we're gonna get some meat out here and we're gonna demonstrate how it slices meat. All right, let's get up close to this thing real quick before we go slicing some meat. Now check this out. This is a 12-inch Italian carbon steel blade. I'm not sure what that means, but that sounds like pretty professional to me. And I'll tell you what, that baby is sharp. But not only that, this whole casting here is all die cast. It's all a die cast aluminum housing, basically, as you guys can see. It's the back side of the blade. Let's come over here to the food. We have a ham, and we have turkey breasts. We have a potato, an 8-ounce block of cheese, and an onion that we're gonna go ahead and shave, slice, however, on this Paladin 12-inch meat slicer. I would also like to mention that it's ETL certified and it's dishwasher safe. So all these blades here, everything you see here is all dishwasher safe. I would probably remove this guard before I would put it. Here's the 2 flathead screws I was telling you about earlier. But there you have it. So let's go ahead and slice some meat. One thing I like to show you is on your settings here for adjusting your meat tray there. So there's P. So right there's a little dot, but I'm gonna just dot it with this magic marker. That way it's easily seen. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and test out the quality of this Paladin 12-inch meat slicer. Gonna go ahead and flip this up and over out the way. Kind of working behind it, working backwards, but that's fine. That's only because of the cameras right there. My hands are nice and clean. I recommend everybody using gloves when they're handling meats. So let's go ahead, power it on, and we're gonna set our dial here to about, I don't know what that would be, I guess an eighth. I don't know if it's sliced. I'm not sure. There's no measurements on it, but I'm in the halfway point, so I'll say we're at the 0.5, or the notch before the 1. And let's see how thin it's going to slice it. Let's see if the weight of this handle will shave it without me having to touch it. Oh my God. That is shaved, buddy. That is going through like butter. Look at that. Look at this. Perfect deli slices right there. Do you see that? Okay, let's keep it going. Wow, look at that. Look at all that meat. Oh my God, that is awesome. Let's keep her going. Another big old stack from that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is come over here. If you guys hear that slight noise, that's just because the blade right here is rubbing the edge of the meat. That's the only noise you're hearing. If I take the pressure off, well, I can't, because I then have to pull it off. We're gonna go ahead and go to what I'm gonna say 1.5 inch slices. So let's see what it does. Look at that. Now we're talking. That actually looks really good. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this slice of meat off, or finish slicing this cut. Look at that, effortlessly. Okay, so you get towards the end, you might want to add a little more pressure to it. And if I could do this backwards from behind the machine, can you imagine how easy this thing would be to do? Here we go, and that would be the end of that. There we go. See how the noise went away? Because this piece of meat it's pretty long there, as you can see. Maybe I could flip it over and do the back side. I'm not sure. Let's see how we could do that. That's okay. I'll go ahead and eat that as a snack here. Look at that. Perfect. Wow, look at this bundle of meat here. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm really enjoying it so far. Okay, go ahead and power that off. I'm gonna grab this meat out of here. We'll stack that over here. You guys saw how small that piece was. I'll show you here in a minute when we're done slicing all this stuff. So now we got ham. Let's set this ham in there. It fits pretty good. Kind of liking that. But I think it might be a little tall. Of course we're not tall. Look at that. Fits it perfect. Let's go ahead and power it back on. And I do believe I'm going to like this. I'm going to say 1.5. I'll get a slice and check it. Okay, that's pretty nice. It's pretty decent. But let me go ahead and slice off about a quarter of this, and I want to go thicker. I want to see how good it cuts real thick meat. So let me get some slices here for lunch. Yeah, this is super easy, guys. Super easy to do. A little more pressure there. And it's very light pressure I'm putting on it. Okay. Here we go. Pretty sweet. That noise, if you're hearing that noise in the background, that's just because it's on top of the meat there. See, if I move it, you don't see it. Or you don't hear it. Okay, let's go ahead and go thicker. So what I want to do, we're going to go to, how about we go to 3.5? No, let's go to 4. Let's see what kind of slices we get on 4. And here's another thing to keep note of. If you look, this meat was a little too wide. So you see how we're not cutting on this edge. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it this way. Press down on it. There, I think that'll work just fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get this done. Let's see where are we at? We're at 4. Not too bad. That'd be good, perfect for sandwiches or serving ham for Thanksgiving. So let's go ahead and get these sliced up. Yeah, so 1.5 and 2, I'm sorry, 1.5 and 4. I think those are going to be my go-to. All right, check that out. Look how fast it tore that thing up. Nice. Let me show you this. Went right through it like butter. Look at that. Very nice. All right. Let me grab the rest of this. As you can see, Man, I can't believe how much you get out of them whole cuts like that. That's a lot of meat. Which what we're gonna do is vacuum seal all this. So we're gonna make some lunches today and then vacuum seal lunches for the week. That's what's great about having a good meat slicer. All right, look at that. From that small roast, that turkey cut of meat though. Look at all them slices we got. 2 different types of slices. Look at this ham. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. I'm gonna really enjoy this meat slicer. Okay, stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead, break this down, get it cleaned up. We shall return so we could do the vegetables. So now that we got the meat out the way, let's test some cheese. This should be a good test for it. I know I mentioned that it's dishwasher safe, but we went ahead and took it apart and just put it in the kitchen sink and cleaned it up, put it back together. Voila. Took maybe 5 minutes, if that. So here's the block of cheese. I'm gonna lay it, I don't know, babe, what do you think? Should I lay it this way or this way? So you want it strips of cheese or do you want the width of the cheese? Strips like that? Okay, how thick do you think we should go? You want to try 2? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to setting number 2. I'm just gonna do 1 pass. Let's see how that turned out. That's pretty thin, baby. Maybe we should go thicker. What do you think? Try 3.5. Okay, we're gonna go to 3.5 on that. We did wash the cutting board as well. All right, let's try that again. Yeah, that's good. See that thickness right there? At least that's what we like. The other one, a little thinner. This is thicker, obviously. Perfect. Do you want the whole piece of cheese like this, babe? All right, she's going through that cheese now. Uh-oh, losing control here, a little bit of control. Go ahead and rotate that. There we go. There we go. Maybe one more slice. There we go. Oops. And it just fell out from behind this meat guide here. But yeah, that's what we got left over there. Okay, let's pull this all out and see what we got. And of course, we have some sliced cheese. What was this, mozzarella, babe? Oh, Monterey Jack. That was Monterey Jack, if anybody want to know. Now we're gonna do potato slices. Because man, we like doing potatoes on the Blackstone. So I'm gonna try to slice them. I don't know how well that's gonna work. We'll try it. We're gonna try it. You wanna go to 5? Yeah. Okay, we'll go to 5 and see what 5 does for the first slice. Oh man, that went right through it. Let's get a, oh, okay. Now here, this would be the perfect potato slices for like the Blackstone, frying pan, cast iron, whatever you like, however you like to do your sliced potatoes. Let's go ahead and burn through this. Now check that out. Oop, find that middle spot there. Perfect sliced potatoes. Look at that. Okay, let's just get this laid out. And now we're gonna do an onion. Just go ahead and peel your onion. We'll set it down in there. What do you think for the onion? About the thickness of the potatoes, or? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do the onion. Try that and then try it real thin. Okay, we're gonna try it on 5, the same as the potatoes. Wow, that's a perfect slice right there. Let's do one more slice at 5, and let's see, babe, what do you think? Oh, they're nice for sandwiches. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfectly sliced onion. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it cut. All right. Perfect. Check it out. Oh yeah. I'm digging it. So if you're looking for a reliable multi-function meat prep tool that saves time and delivers great results, the 12-inch commercial manual meat slicer is a fantastic choice. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share to your friends. And let me know what you think about it so far. If you own one, let me know what you think. Because I'm telling you, this thing is gravy. This thing works absolutely flawless, easy to clean. Very impressed with this unit so far.